President Muhammadu Buhari panics over United Nations move to expel Libyan foreign fighters. President Muhammadu Buhari has raised the alarm that the expulsion of foreign fighters in Libya, in consonance with a United Nations resolution, may worsen militancy and terrorism in West Africa, the Sahel and Lake Chad region. Buhari raised the issue of his country and the counterpart at the ECOWAS summit in Accra on Saturday. He said it is important that fighters be disarmed first and insisted that the expulsion must be done in collaboration with regional stakeholders. Buhari has always linked the civil war in Libya to the emergence of insurgency in the Sahel region and his country. On the security situation in the region, our organization must note with serious concern the recent decision by the United Nations and its resolution to expel all foreign fighters in Libya, without first ensuring that they are disarmed and that the neighboring countries and the sub-regions were engaged to put in place modalities for containing or managing the movement of these fighters. While this action was aimed at bringing about sustenance of peace in Libya, non-collaboration with regional stakeholders on this critical decision has now created newer threats to peace, security and stability in the region, he said. He further maintained that this could lead to lack of coordinated management of huge humanitarian crises across the Sahel, North Central and West Africa, including Lake Chad region. He reiterated that these regions face the clear possibility of instability with the invasion of the foreign fighters that were fully armed. Well, it is imperative that ECOWAS, which is Economic of West African State leaders at the summit, decide how the United Nations sub-regional organizations partnerships should be reviewed to address the dangers that this United resolution poses to the region, he said. The statement by the Nigerian leader at the summit also addressed the military takeover in Mali. While democracy continues to develop in our sub-region, recent events in Mali are sad reminders that vigilance remains a crucial imperative to protect people's aspiration to freely choose the form of government they want. Pressures are needed to ensure that the transition process in Mali, which is halfway to its conclusion, is not aborted. A further slide in Mali could prove catastrophic to the sub-region, considering that about half of that country is unfortunately under the grip of terrorists. The Nigerian leader therefore appealed to the military leadership in Mali to understand the critical state of their country, which he described as being clearly under siege, while noting that the principal responsibility of the military must be to protect and guarantee the sovereignty of the West African country. The president cautioned them not to perpetuate acts that would facilitate the destabilization and destruction of Mali. I urge our organization to remain engaged with all stakeholders in Mali through our astute mediator, former President Goodluck Jonathan, who I congratulate warmly for his untiring efforts thus far. I encourage him to sustain these efforts to ensure that the transition is completed as scheduled, he added. Well, I believe Buhari does not even have any, good agenda for the country he came from, which is Nigeria, because he's the president. I would have said maybe he is a Nigerian. He's from the Fulani clan, but he went there, to lay this speech and did not even say anything about his own country. Now, what is your business with Mali? Well, I would say because they're giving an ambassadorial post, from the United Nations of ECOWAS to Goodluck Jonathan, because Goodluck has been doing tremendously well due to what his antecedent was during the 2015 election, because he played fair and fair election, and he allowed Buhari to win. I believe it was through rigging that he won that election, but God just wanted us to know that we don't value what we have until we lose it. Now, how does that concern us when you talk about the Mali? But in a nutshell, I believe the structure of the military towards fighting insurgency in Nigeria is not attacked, or let me put it this way, is not well structured. Because when you want to fight insurgency, you should have everything in place. There shouldn't be a sabotage or saboteurs in your governance. I believe Buhari himself is one of the major problems of insecurity in Nigeria. Now you are telling us about the way forward to organize and engage all stakeholders to fight insurgency in the Lake Chad, in the Sahel Basin. And what is Nigeria's business about that? If he has said that he needed help, I believe Nigeria needs help. But Buhari is also proud of himself. He believes he's doing well in the area of security. That's why Lai Mohammed, lay a propaganda and blasphemy that said the issue of insecurity or Boko Haram has been technically defeated. And meanwhile, the world is laughing at us. Well, according to him, he's sliding into Mali, maybe catastrophe, or the region of Mali, to help them salvage the situation. Well, I believe the president, as according to what the medical report says, that he's incoherent and has dementia. And I believe they have written this article for him to just read. He's just reading it. He does not even understand what he's doing. That is why the security challenges in Nigeria, is becoming worse and worse by the days. So many pressures are eluding, and so many killings have been eluding, and Buhari is not even acting as the military or ex-soldier that he was or he is, because he was once a soldier. And we believe the approach in which a soldier we used to govern a state or govern a nation will be very, very rigid, and will yield a positive result. But in other ends, Buhari is doing nothing concerned, because he has added tribalism and nepotism into his governance. On the security situation in the region, he said his organization must note with serious concern that the recent decision by the United Nations and his resolution to expel all foreign fighters. They are talking about the foreign fighters in Libya. You have not even talking about the foreign fighters in Nigeria, from the Islamic State of West African province to Boko Haram, to the bandits, to the kidnapper. They are all bandits, let's put it that way. And later will say there are some unknown gunmen perpetrating evil in Nigeria. The problem we have in this country, number one and major problem, is the president. When killings are going on in the Boko Haram sector, because they were the one that planted the Boko Haram to destabilize Goodluck administration, now it has boomerang and backfire over them, and they don't even know what to do. So the blame should be on Buhari himself. So let's forget about the Mali crisis, or the terrorists in the Lake Chad or Sahel Basin. But I believe if they can really work hand in hand and not just talk, according to Oni of Ife, he said it's enough of talk, that let's do the work. Well, I would like you to share your comments over this article that says Buhari panics over United Nations move to expel Libyan foreign fighters. Either is it from Nigeria or from the Lake Chad or the Sahel Basin?